that, or Azure Resource Group Guidance. It'll explain to you in pretty good detail. I was surprised that it'll say, look, this is when you might want to do this, or here's the logic behind it. Again, there's a ton of different ways to skin that cat. There's no right or wrong answer. There's maybe a few wrong answers, like you don't want to throw everything in one bucket. But from an overall high-level guidance, there's no real wrong way. You're going to ultimately choose your own way in Azure. But there's some things that keep in mind. Separating out workloads that don't need to be talking to each other.
So question again. So for that IIS, I'm waiting for the download right now. Do I do it on the management server?
Config server.
The config server. Yeah.
And that is here, VMware, right? And actually download the agent from the config server.
I am.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But so if I go, I don't know where I'm at now.
It's off.
Yeah, it looks like you're in.
So what was it again?
Admin tools.
You're in it.
Water. Internet Information Services, IIS Manager.
Oh, the search box is on the right side. Oh, I gotta scroll.
That's it.
Click there.
Hit cancel. Yes, if you wanted to. Expand sites,
on the right,
and right click
you
remove.
had the and you install
And that's
the
it.
agent.
Perfect.
Not yet. Yeah, you have to install the agent first.
Okay, so where's that?
Would you be under your downloads?
Oh, on this one?
Yeah, if you downloaded it there. Okay, so if you follow the instructions, there's going to be a download tab that pops up when you add the config server.
And where was that?
Well, it's going to be different, or actually,
Is this that one?
So while you guys are, I know a lot of you guys are downloading the agent. I promised I would show you this. So we re-released this about 2 months ago. It's called the Azure Site Recovery Deployment Planner. So this is a server you can install on your customer's environment for just VMware environments right now. This is coming.
no.
And it's a little kind of hard to see, but it does a pretty good job of showing you.
So this
These are how
is-
many cores you're going to need in Azure post site recovery, how much bandwidth you're going to need. If you notice, it spits it onto itself. So you can actually, copy that stuff into a PowerPoint and have a pretty good presentation for your customer. Like, look, this is what your DR environment's going to look like. So to get there, just Bing, Azure Site Recovery Deployment Planner. So we have a fully automated one for VMware.
Because you type.
The one for Hyper-V is a little bit more manual. It's a spreadsheet. If you ever use the Exchange slicing guide, it's kind of like that. But we do have an automated one for Hyper-V.
Windows.
Azure Site Recovery Deployment Planner. Like that.
You haven't added a config server. Where you are.
The best way to go about it, don't start with the price, start with what they're actually doing.
So we're actually.
What I mean by that is using an assessment tool.
Okay, so you're going to want to go onto the host and configure the firewall. And they are going to want to have big server, right? So you want to actually finish the firewall.
That's really going to come back and give you what you
Yes.
need. So you get
Yes.
a lot of customers today will have gigantic VMs, terabytes of memory. They're maybe using half of them. But if you were going to turn around and price that exact same thing as it's being here right now, that'd be very expensive. The customer's like, no, I'm not going to buy. What you want to do is run an assessment tool that's going to tell you exactly how it's going to use it. BitTitan's a good one. Yeah,
Oh, that's better.
that's a good one. We have something, I think it's called the map tool. I don't know if it's still available. There's, I mean, if you look up, if you do a search for like data center assessment tools or something. Your favorite. At the end of the day, you just want to figure out what they're actually doing versus how they're working. The cool thing about the BitTitan is it's going to spit out the report. It says, here's how it could run. This is how we override the configure it as search show that price down.
It's not just the search box. It's the,
And that's just like, as you say, let everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say minimum 2 weeks per month. We're gonna get that stuff.
Hey, Juan.
Right, that's what we want to marry and stressing about.
You should do it from. You could even do a copy, some copy of the server. Like Wi-Fi server and copy of it so you don't have to download it. Or you can read it.
no, it's not the mouse. Damn resolution was all.
Yeah, you're gonna do it within the screen. So like VMware setting there.
So,
You lost that.
see how I have to-
Oh,
here,
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
trying to get to.
There it is.
There we go.
No, I just,
Okay.
no, I'm getting there.
Yeah, it's way better now.
Wait.
Yeah. There's a way.
That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get your scaling screwed up.
Yeah.
It's like making every page.
So I didn't see this in the instruction, but I like this stage here.
Yeah, so you're gonna change that to, so what it's asking you is, where is
Where's
it
the
coming
original,
from?
right?
Yep. So in this case, we're emulating an on-premise environment,
Okay, that's.
and we're going to Azure, and just want to be.
I can't connect to it, so.
IIS failed. Go into IIS.
See how well that's.
Okay, do you want me to give you the URL?
Yeah, that's.
I'm not sure he was
Function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problems can't see the function.
It's a pain in the ass. How deep am I?
Yeah.
Not particularly correct.
Yeah, I have a question. This, I'm already on it. And I don't see, services. Where is that?
So the thing about the Azure portal is, out of the box, it's not going to give you a whole lot of tabs. But what you can do is, if you click more services, did you already create the vault, or are you, this is your first time creating?
First time.
Okay, so there's a few different ways you can create it, but if you go back to the portal, you're going to click that big green plus button on the upper left,
Do the password.
and you can search for it, or you can type in recovery or backup, and it'll give you suggestions. You're just going to click the right one. Yes.
That's my lab instructions.
Yep, and then you would click that. With Azure, you'll click create on the bottom. With Azure, there's 30 different ways to create it.
Yeah, but I think I already did that.
Okay, so if you're ready to create it, what
Yeah,
you
because
can,
I've got all the,
Yeah, the agent should be very.
okay,
so that's what it gives you.
yep, okay, so you already got that far. So
I did.
what you would want to do, now you're going to want to do this from the config server, but I'll show you how to do it on your desktop so you can,
Just give me
so you can
the
redo it. This is Windows are kind of hard to manage. So if you go back to the Azure portal,
Scroll bar. That's what I'm worried about.
you'll, on the lower left-hand corner, you see that little right caret symbol? That's all your services available in Azure. So you're going to scroll down and find backup and recovery, or recovery or whatever we call it. We choose names so often. Things just be called backup.
I think it's recovery vault.
This one?
No. Try recovery. I think we changed it.
No.
What's he looking at? Because he skipped a couple steps, and so we were.
Yeah, no, we're looking for the recovery vault.
Okay.
They have you
All
search.
right,
in
so
the
if you
lab, they have
click-
search for the word recovery.
If you click the star button, it'll actually add it to your tab right there, to your bar.
Got it.
But you can just click into it from there and it'll go straight to where you want to go.
The default website. Okay, and you ran the install.
There you go. That's it. So you're going to want to do those steps from the config server. Yeah.
Once you actually do it,
No.
you can wait for it to.
Now.
Key exchange.
Okay, so this is where we kind of left off.
And the mouse, that's a lot better.
Yeah, that's where you left off. So you downloaded the
Yeah. Yeah.
the vault files, the
That's the
encryption keys and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So now you're going to go to step 2, or yeah, step 2.
Prepare.
No, you're already there. You added you already clicked that part. Add the config server. Yeah, go and click that.
Okay.
And then, did you download the agent already?
No.
Okay, so scroll down. It's a little bit on the right. There it is. You should save. Install it. Then download. Share screen. These glasses aren't as good as they think they are. So you downloaded the registration key. Okay, so now we. Oh, you haven't installed the agent, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, so it's right there. A little download button there. So we're going to download it. This is going to take a good 10 minutes.
All right. This is
Okay.
yeah, because I kept wondering.
Yeah.
That stage where
Yeah.
said, take a break.
Yeah, take a break.
All right. So when I get back,
Once it's
where am I at?
so you're gonna scroll down here.
It's a race to try to keep up.
You are
Yeah.
here.
Oh, it's good. It shows our.
So you downloaded it. So now you're gonna go to here, step 19. Now remember, you got to delete the IIS default website. Go ahead and do that now, and then once the agent is done downloading, you can start being installed.
Okay.
No. Allow it.
Oh, yeah, this is probably some Linux.
Somehow. Bouncing back and forth. Yeah. Changed your synchronization.
This is more SAML walk. So sometimes this fails just because we have so many people on the lab and that outbound network is saturated. And so what happens is you get a 404 or 502 on the HTTP header request, and it just times out trying to post the potential information back or HTTP back.
Your mouse is it's not it's alignment. It keeps
That step where it had you choose where is it coming from either Azure or on-premise. Azure, that's in preview, that's pretty new, so we have Azure to Azure DR support, but on-premise, it asks you where do you want to go, to Azure or to on-premise. Now, a lot of customers, they've invested into a secondary data center, and that's fine. ASR can still help them. The underlying hypervisor, whether it's Hyper-V or VMware, can handle the replication from either a storage perspective, a direct storage replication perspective, from a hypervisor perspective, or ASR can handle the replication as well. But more importantly, it can handle the automation. I don't know if any of you guys have looked into the cost of like VMware SRM. It's very pricey. ASR is an alternative to that. It can handle on-premise to on-premise orchestration for you without having to purchase any other third-party products. So that's why we give you on-premise to on-premise options.
You got it? Yeah.
No, you have that. Well, it's cool. You have it.
And it's not
Ultimately, it's
it's
for you, and then
just
it's
simply
like replication against all that.
you're like losing alignment.
Yeah.
So you install these first with your or you can store in that all the files. Or you
can explore and navigate to portal Azure.com. Go back and figure that cover time.
Okay, so you can install all that fun stuff. All right. So there is.
Yes. So you're going to need to let it actually completion cycle.
So when this happens,
which is all back in the configuration. So it's going to register into your number of security storage source. After that, then you'll say
Instrumentation.
that depends. Right now, the network out of the is saturated.
They say to do it.
As we have to try it again. Time down. Yeah, we have a lot of people using the outbound connection on the
Private public such.
So it's gonna start the whole.
Yep. Sorry, it's a HTTP background, so that's that.
Close the Azure site.
Okay, all right, thank you. Yeah, it's just open Internet Explorer.
And now it's the.
Yeah, you'll go back.
give it about 5 minutes. If it doesn't show up, there's something else you can do to keep on server, but that should work.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just open up the computer manager.
It says
on
portal manager.
I think this is.
So where's your go to portal?
Okay, so yeah, open up the computer manager. Yeah.
This one. Yeah. No, what? Go back. The instructions.
Yeah, if it's already it has all been documented.
Streaming. Authentication.
Believe it or not, we don't have a whole lot of
He says go to.
So our labs.
Yeah, but isn't it inside this virtual? No.
I guess you could go there might be
a massive problem.
lab.
Steve McKay from Pacific Style Landscaping, whatever. Flipping his shit about what? Like, I'm not happy. They're disappointed in your company. What are we doing all this for? I'm not gonna be happy. He's always been a grumpy guy, but basically, and we were talking about it before I left, that he was already expressing his frustration and that he was told that the data move was included, and it is. We had like 270 gigs of data to move, and he couldn't leave the system there to more things. And so he's like, what's supposed to be happening? It is, but it's like, I can't leave my computer here for 5 hours. I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, how else could you get off your computer? So he left in the middle of the data move, and then upset it's not done because when he went back to do it, the computer went there. And so now he's flipping out. Angry emails.
Yeah, no, you got to keep in mind replication and backup, two different things. So yeah, that's what.
We also need to make sure
Well,
customers have realistic expectations.
Backup, but it's also taking.
Woody talked to me, and Steve wouldn't use his laptop by the NAS to do the transfer, and was an upset. The transfer didn't happen. Period.
It's about 5 minutes. I would give it time before I would start getting it.
So you use so browser key fob.
The config server?
Yes, sir.
So the agent installs the config server errors? Okay.
So my download stopped moving entirely. At 4 minutes and 55 seconds for longer than sitting here. That's great.
It might, or if it doesn't, then just enter the installer, and then these will pop up for the account. It might succeed, and that just says you've done the key exchange. But these accounts are used for like local functionality. So when Azure sends a command to the agent.
And you're gonna click,
Yeah. So this is what happens. So you're gonna want to rerun the agent installation.
so it's connected, so that's good.
So yeah, when this is going to complete successfully, but you're going to want to rerun the install.
Too many scroll bars. So many scroll bars.
Once that's done, go back to the center.
Oh wait, on the yeah, I think there is a different guy. Yeah, it is. It's deja vu. He was just noting that Jeff's link in the PPE event still has a bunch of clean group stuff in it.
That's the same content.
Yeah.
I saw that too. What? A lot of the stuff. As well as Ingram, not Cinex. I was confused for a while.
Well, when you're this is actually connected to the you got to let it server up. So it's the key exchange, all the stuff that's
I totally can't get to the.
So that has
Oh, God.
and as long as
I can't get to the all settings button on this page. Yeah, right?
So
You have to like maximize everything at once. That was my problem. It took me a while to get to that point.
Okay.
Okay, so that's maximized.
Recovery services wall.
I don't know where you're at
Yeah, put the DR wall. Yeah. Essentially.
So what are you trying to get to?
yeah,
I have to get to the all settings button here
Settings.
to set up the site recovery. I'd have to search for it though. It was okay. So go on the left side, like go to your more services. You have to go to the actual.
So I am on the DR Vault.
Okay, so but go back. That's right. It's in. It's not an overview. Go down. It's like right in here somewhere. Scroll down over here. No, this one. It was like. Okay, so go. Oh, it's over there. Getting started. Site recovery.
Oh, there we go.
Some of their screenshots. Yeah. So you actually want to compare. Column back. Yeah.
Kicking some door down.
Right.
assume so.
Oh,
there
one
is.
is, I guess.
Yeah, we're sorry, they added
Azure.
Yeah, because we
Azure
added
preview to
Azure. But we didn't have.
What do you want?
Wait, were you able to select?
Wouldn't it be Azure? Azure preview?
Okay, so up here, change that to be on premises. That's what he was just saying. I didn't have that selection before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a
You
lot
don't
of
need to
people
change
this
that
time,
part.
and the outbound connection is a little limited, so.
There's
you may
two
wanna grab-
choices, on-premise or preview.
Lunch
Where
is
is your
showing up.
machine located?
There is another command. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yep. The screenshots are different.
You're gonna go to on-premise.
On-premise.
Yep, sorry, so this is.
They're like out of update with.
Yeah. So they just released a new preview of Azure to Azure recovery, and so that's why now there's a drop down. But yeah, so VMware would be for your on-premise environment.
Right.
No, I would say.
Okay. So this on-premise to Azure. Yeah. And then, yes, with VMware Sphere Hypervisor, machines virtualized. VMware/vSphere Hypervisor, yeah. It has to be done.
Yeah.
Okay. You create.
So I'm trying to.
Okay. That's right, it says that. Yeah. It says figure server.
No, actually, we saw that in the class.
Got it.
Yeah, so it is.
And then
Into the console, or you can set
All right.
Yay. You have to make sure you're on the correct VM too. I have it on already.
Not good.
It is. Okay, just download. Add server. Okay, got it.
Just save it. It's downloadable.
Hey guys, food's here, so if you guys are hungry, have at it.
Yep, if you guys are replicating, I suggest getting food.
Download the file. It's gonna take a while. Let the file download.
How are you doing?
Error.
Yeah. You're
File download.
10 minutes behind me. Next 10 minutes is like 30 minutes. Oh, we've been busy as hell as usual. We just started working on our first intern. It's so there's the classic ASR, ASM site that runs some things in Intune, and some things are moved over to the Azure RS, just stay away 6 months and then try. It's been an absolute hell. But I'm working through it. The rest of the stuff is working. Just doing a whole lot of sonic walls and those new ones that we're working together. Title company that we're working with and replacing our infrastructure. We got a bunch of sites. And they got money, so I think just buy whatever the hell they want. Right now we're just doing switches and firewalls. I've got Comcast Metro E, do all the hub and spoke connections. Failover routing for the two sites having those two sites also have whatever they use for console. Some automated all over there. It's kind of fun. This is really interesting to get live. Well, their right fact server is just done. It's just done. And I hope to God they get it in Epic soon. Because then we can get rid of that thing. Spend 15 or 20 grand on the Digiboard. Because that's what their support sells. Need a new board.
Yeah.
Like in the last
Probably they're still using like.
Okay, yeah, we traded IM.
I guess they're trying to hard to find like a full
That's
back
fine.
service.
Yeah, we traded IM for email.
I was forgetting about
But apparently the U of U has one, and that's what we're trying to get on.
That's a
Trying to
problem.
get on all of U of U's.
Those drives are difficult to get.
Hopefully that comes
Just take out the failed drive.
September.
And continue on if we have to.
They're
We'll have a virtual backup.
It's going to source in the cloud. And we don't get any management access.
So what you're trying to say is everyone has to upset
Everyone.
literally everyone.
Last week I was fine, this week no. Sounds like a brand new NAS had a failed drive, which was causing me so much grief.
Of course it did. Why wouldn't it?
And no control that we have over that, but he's upset.
They're a headache to manage.
Try to communicate that as best we can.
Right.
Well, why is that causing an issue? They're all weird.
Or sees the number of tickets we get every month, and she's like, "You people are that dumb?" Yes, you people are that. They're calling you all the time.
If we have to, we can reach out better.
I don't think we'll have to do anything with them except for sometime hopefully next year if they want to do that.
Yeah, you gotta keep,
Do some more wiring. I just did one for the title. And they had an absolute rat mess. I just started over.
Later
Just
today.
all the ones with the servers and everything else just goes away.
I didn't put my phone.
Right? I'm doing that, man.
Yeah, going to trade shows again, huh?
We're still.
Maybe they're just mad because we're gone.
Not here.
That's syrup for the day. To give him a syrup pro all day long. Woody's on site in Anacortes all day today. And Matt is doing Office 365 for Palace Services, Majestic, Axcom, and Frank and Shannon. Kitty, Minnie, and Mike are at the chamber thing that we're sponsoring. So literally it's Zach and Dan in the office right now. He's even got Jensen out of the site. Got Lindsay. She must be in the office still.
We need more people or less problems.
Mm-hmm. But in the Seattle area, have friends and spare things.
Is any good?
Sandwiches. Sweet. There was a food fight, but I stopped him before you got back.
What did they want us to delete the default website from on ISS? Which VM did they want us to delete the ISS on?
It's on the config server.
Okay.
So one of the CDMs here.
I think I share everything. You sent me. Oh, really? Okay. We literally. They're like, you don't have good luck with that, yeah.
Yeah. There were grounded planes. I was worried that they'd drop bigger ones, but normally the small, like the two-lane tops, they have the ground exercise.
Read an article of Cisco contracted in Korea, the design house that design Ferrari, to help them design the switches. Yeah, the full size box. It says they don't have to do that. It's probably now when you started out, they're gonna try to. Wow. You don't do all this. Bottom this bit. Yeah, it could be on a clipboard. Some part of the different will innovate 2 years in like semantics. They make their money work. That's my problem.
Looks like JT just finished over at Servpro and they're plugged in, going up and running. One less thing to worry about.
But
I want to say the lab environment is up in Washington, but I can't prove it. So, central effective success rate, west effective success, east is the fastest. For some reason.
There you go.
That's all right. But I
Don't worry, you're not the only guy that's done it.
I've been waiting for management now. Oh, wait. Do you know how to refresh? That's one of the bars. So if you scroll left. It's a big screen. That's an easy, you've got that screen name. You scroll down. We're all fighting to get the smallest laptops, and then he shows up with this. That guy did it. I knew what was gonna happen. Click second cover. And click configuration. So the refresh it, and then click executive search. It's connected, so that's a good sign. Here you'll see refresh. It's about 5 minutes. Give that a whirl. Yeah, it might take a little bit longer than just 5 minutes. We're seeing a lot of issues. The configure. When'd you break? Yeah, so in the real world, you would probably fail it over to a different resource group that's dedicated to ASR. Here you can do whatever you want.
So I'm kind of like, what side of the product?
Yeah,
But
this
this is slightly different, just,
Yeah.
this is without. And when I go down to use this one, then I click.
Yeah, in this case, click the top one. You're not using your proxy.
Okay.
Impatience, should this be populated?
How long have you been waiting?
About 3
Okay. So you can kick it to redo it. So
Actually, my wife's nephew, you know, he bought one. I owned a, was it a Jixer? I forget that actually. My wife's a little down there. Stopped riding that one. So I used to ride off-road. Had a fat boy for a bit.
Yes, I'm recovering.
He needed money to school.
and the configurations are
The manager just
Schedule itself.
Yeah,
Actually, themselves in the schedule, which we never
and then
worked on functionality before.
took it out.
And it's a nice idea,
What's going on with it?
but it's
So
just with like yesterday, upper right, you see
And, you know, we
Hard to
went
change
into the corner, we just
Scroll
got
up,
it,
look at the
bend
transition.
it, and then, yeah.
If you have tested every is okay.
Oh, no,
Just don't.
I have motorcycles. Yeah, I've got mine out there. Yeah, it was engine,
Not yet.
No.
Stop. Just a little. And what else? And the wiring was all mangled. I don't know what the guy was having before, but he'd done it because he upgraded, but it was $1,000 on the left and another on the right. And one day I was riding, the lights went out, like on everything, and it was like at night on the way home. God. Yeah, so at that point, I was like, okay, we gotta find nice open spaces behind here. So I had to redo the wiring harness. So then I and of course, I dropped it, not my nephew. So brought it down. So took out 2 bolts.
Always put it in weight.
And then both sides of the body, it just fell right off. So that's fun. So I had to order these body parts and then, put it all back together, rewire it, changed out so many things. Tail lights, blinkers,
What else? We break reservoirs, top and bottom. Change the break table to braided colors. You don't have to what I want to do by bars, string sliders. Runs great. 3D printed headline assembly, built a custom one. I worked as a so
I reprinted a headlight assembly.
Oh, hear me out. Let's just set up a cryptocurrency farm, close shop, and nobody can be mad.
That's right.
Wally.
We'll push it off all the animals that we have. And just wait for them to stop paying.
And
Hiring a new employee is just buying a new farm and then having somebody sit in front of it.
I like it. At least until 6 months left, it becomes impossible to mine anymore. And just the next currency.
No, we just jump ship.
Basic software format and over here to cars land. Who like in between driving around by himself, out of like an emergency remote. But
So this just isn't working.
program the routing.
It says that I might see this no management accounts found. It's like, just close it and wait a few minutes. It's been 10
Look
minutes.
for butterflies. If you don't play with them, you
Sign out and back in.
That's like 30 clicks. And like, do it again. 3 miles of scrolling made that work.
I have my prototype at the house, and every once in a while I have to approach it. You run through
If you want it, you gotta work for it.
Already done that once.
Oh. I'm not sure which one you want. Okay, what are you trying to do? Yeah, are you? You're trying to download it. Oh, yeah, you're wrong. You were able to rest file. Yeah. Well, it's fine.
Just basic.
And it's actually installed. And it'll be in the same. You got it absolutely right, man. One shot.
Good question. So I'm at this spot, and I know that it says that
When you
it,
scroll to the left, I just need to see what step you're on. Okay, oh,
this right. This is so it says it might take a few minutes. It's been a little over 10 minutes now.
Uh,
Is there something else I can do?
So you're on the management server. Did you install the agent on the critic server? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, actually, you just have to wait for it to replicate it.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be 5 to 10 minutes. There's a lot of people going through replication right now, so
Okay.
it's gonna take a while.
Thanks.
Did you bring
Oh, yeah. Three is in number 4. Both of them. Trying to figure out where I'm getting number 4. He wants my place. That's all. Make sure.
Yeah.
Like to go through your adding server.
This is just.
I went to that school.
No, I'm just figuring out where
I
I'm
moved
at.
back to the process.
No.
My friend.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna get that.
I don't even know where.
So,
I'm back.
yeah, that is.
Don't worry. You don't catch me. Just figure it out. Yeah, I already did that.
I did. Otherwise.
Before download them, and you do the re-download.
I don't see for on here.
Yeah, you can just provision.
There's the fourth.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's things I can't even get back to this list.
So the resource group is just like the logic. For that. You didn't resource.
I did. I thought I did that.
I think you did
Right,
too.
right.
Yeah, I don't think I did this.
This is all right. So
Give that
That takes
power
a
to
minute.
Okay. Right. That one takes a while.
Anybody else?
Right, once it shows 100%. So I try to repeat it. What I'm gonna say is if we're not doing
It's on this. It's actually you for free in there.
There's nothing
Right.
No, it's just here until it's done. Drink a couple cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Pray that
Okay, I wanted to make sure I was on the same page. No. Well, you thought.
Look at that, breakfast becomes dessert.
It does.
How fast that is.
Yeah, so what happens?
I don't think there's a shortage of
After that. Yeah. So most of this is just like the. Well, right now it's not showing that this is the service. So right using the drop down. Well, yeah.
Holy crap, it worked.
Yeah, no, I.
Share. Actually, I'll use it and you can have it.
So if you close it. And then. If this is Bill, yeah, so it's still waiting to get back. And I don't have to do something. As long as you create the firewall, you install the agent, and the agent successfully installed, then we'll just wait for security.
It only looks like
Oh, wow. So after I put in 15 minutes, that thing to finally appear, and hit 2 buttons, and I was like, this can take about 30 minutes to finish.
So,
Good.
Yeah, it takes a little bit for the.
Great. Not more email.
We're still submitting registration.
Yeah.
But if that fails, give it a couple minutes. And start.
I don't know what your problem was, just run it, right?
Is it still not working?
Try to restart it.
Because I'm watching another guy who's really
I've seen it.
unless it
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, most of our work is actually.
Anacortes chamber's upset too. I guess we left wires hanging out the ceiling tile.
For who?
Anacortes chamber.
Wires hanging out of what?
Wires hanging out of the ceiling in a ceiling
So
tile off the back.
there's a reference architecture.
I didn't know that
for
recently.
ASR.
Wait,
So
what?
if you do
Wait, where? Hanging or where?
It'll go through the different architectures and then detail out like here that's this.
For this,
Do you know how
I mean, this, it's the closest thing I have on hand right now.
Yeah.
But
was that when somebody
this
did the
is
TV?
your
That
VMware
was like a long
environment,
time
your
ago, and no, I was there for that, and they were all in
on-premise
place.
Your
So I have
config
no
server and your
Because the only
process
thing
server
before the
live on-prem.
TV
They
was
can live
the
in the cloud.
OS system.
OZ.
Yeah, we were out
Depending
there.
on replication traffic.
Yeah, and that was, yeah.
So yeah, you got your config server. This is just to, ooh, sweet.
Top right.
Okay, so these two boxes for VMware, physical, AWS, and third-party hosted environments, you're going to run these two servers. For Hyper-V and System Center Virtual Machine Manager, you won't need these two boxes. But for everything else, you will. So you'll have the config server and the process server living on premise. The config server actually connects to, I wish I had a picture for vCenter here, but would connect to your vCenter. That mobility service gets placed on all the VMs. The VMs then talk to the process server, which talks to the config server, and sends it all to Azure.
Keep in mind that the little cloud on the left, that's the loads lab you're working from. And the problem that we're experiencing with timeouts is that the network pipe coming out of that is a little small. So when everybody in this lab is replicating up their information, you're gonna see failures on communication.
Trying to stick a basketball to the garden.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we're into right now.
That was,
But if you run into
reality.
something, just
It's not
Yeah, so they're not permission to create virtual machines on the fly.
320 this morning. You know, the 320.
So you have sources. Well, right. So you fill out stuff. Go back over to
I can track some down.
So you're saying that was
The napkin cloud.
You said that that's required for any of the officers? Well, so you actually can't do this until.
No, I
So you can't tell them. And might give yourself separate. If you try to get it off, they'll be replicated that one. Okay. And so that actually only reflects figures. Okay.
These settings fail.
I already removed and re-added it. You might have to rerun that MRS config thing and check the root account. Make sure
Adding pieces. So. Did it add the vCenter config?
Maybe just that.
Yeah. Like, you tell me. That's a lot of good stuff. Once they're
I was stuck, but I was super fortunate. Oh.
No, it says to go back to 29.
Yeah, that's wrong. Just for the stuff. Just, yeah.
I've done that once.
It doesn't matter. When in the real world, when you're going to fail over, you're going to probably fail it over to a dedicated resource group. In this case, you can create a new one or you can use an existing one. Doesn't matter. In this case, you're probably going to use the one that you created in that first step where you created the VNet, whatever you named it. Yeah, so whatever you name that one, use that one. Because you're going to fail over to a virtual machine network. Yeah, the network. Yeah.
I don't know, whatever the instructions
Hey, perfect.
Oh.
No left.
Yeah, well, I'm back to where I was before. So it said add file.
Try to leave.
So it said add it. Well, that's only so if you scroll down the group, Alright, I'm gonna try re-adding it. So this is no, that's just go back to your go back
Finish the last quarter, you get set by the whole thing. Okay. Let's go to, click on the one again. And then, yeah, click over the one. Well, what do you think? I would say give it,
it doesn't go back to the prior structure. Just so these were, if this isn't go back and just restart. Yes. Oh wait, no, that's only so you're still gonna have to go back to the ball.
You have to wait for the job. It's gonna take too much time.
Got a question for you.
Yeah.
Got a couple of failures here. I'm not sure what to do with these.
Okay. Let's see, this is prerequisite check. So you can restart the machine or we could clear the flag. GPO. Yeah, so you're gonna wanna just restart really quick.
Okay.
So hit cancel.
Where? Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
And actually, is this on your laptop?
No, it's in the cloud.
Yeah, but is this on the config server?
Yeah, it should be.
This looks like it's on your desktop, not on the actual VM instance. So go back to loads. Yeah, I think you're trying to install this on your local machine. So where's the lab? You should already have it going. Lab 10, there you go. So here's where you would actually do the installation. So you have to launch the browser on there and go to Azure. You were trying to install it on your laptop. No problem, you can do it. You can back up your laptop if you want to. Sorry, I'll be right back. Yeah.
Once it'll take about 2 minutes. One second. Hey, you got me first. This looks, yeah. So you're gonna choose that drop down and click on premise. Yep. And then to Azure, and then you're gonna choose VM. Yeah. That other option you saw, that's new. We just added that. So yours, it's still showing permissions error, right? Okay. All right. Looks like everyone's getting that. Let me help them out, and I'll see what I can figure out what's going on.
So this is right now.
Okay. Yeah. So yours. Let me know if yours fails, because a couple guys are getting failures. The config server is that. The VM, there's a lot of VM called config server 1. Yeah, you're installing the actual tool.
So how many people are upset with this?
That's what's sending the traffic to Azure. It's communicating with Azure.
Not one already told you. 2 more.
The process server is going to.
What are the other two?
City of Oak Harbor.
I installed it
They're
on
not
my
upset.
desktop, not virtual machine.
They're just
Irritated? Confused?
disappointed in the time it's taking.
Oh, that's worse. Disappointed is always worse.
They're just like, I understand that a lot of these delays are avoidable, and we understand that a lot of the delays have to do with information from briefs, and that's where we're at right now. And they're like, oh, and by the way, none of your licensing exists, so we can't do anything until we can do it. And they're like, why we just discovered before, but we just got access to your this before, like like a couple weeks ago, and we're still in process. Backups, we're like, oh, sure, let's do it here. Oh, wait, that's not licensing it. That's not licensing. That's not licensing. That's not. It's just one of those things where we didn't bother because it's just supposed to be there. Bruce should have license.
By law, it's supposed to be there.
Yes. So I'm explaining that we discussed this because we were taking information as you were telling us about it. So maybe Bruce can have the conversation because right now,
Yeah, because that's like watching a murder and somebody being like, well, why didn't you prepare for that to happen? Like, that's not supposed to happen. That's not the way things work.
Please don't tell me. I think I know what the issue
But
is.
sure.
And also the Burlington Chamber is having issues that are not related to us.
Burlington Chamber? Okay.
Yeah, but they're frustrated because they're having issues and
Everyone's going. Okay.
Yeah, so these are only passive things.
I will give you
Right now, if you've installed the mobility agent on the VM, then it's communicating with the processor.
This
is
my customer. Okay, so you need to go in there.
to scroll to
Yeah.
VM.
Yeah, and I get this on me.
That's okay.
That makes sense.
See, Blair, are you okay?
Yeah, I've got a question about this.
No, I think I would down that road because I
Site
did.
recovery there to
So now I need to do this.
don't worry about that.
Okay, that, the operation on the right is
Here means
Okay,
step
yeah,
one.
so you're at vCenter,
Good.
and you installed the agent. You could
Man,
take
I am not even to the step where it's replicating yet. I'm still installing the service.
Yeah, honestly, yours will probably go faster because everybody else is done replicating now.
Oh boy.
If you go to
Seriously, I mean, it was like, they're like, okay, just go wait.
Oh, okay. So I can be outside.
Source.
Yeah,
I don't remember having to wait installing AWS.
You know, I didn't think it is a lot faster than this.
What you say?
Get him.
Yeah, so it has to finish replicating when it loses
Server.
Go into this little thing. Yeah. And go.
Yeah, so give it some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if
That's
mouse
nice.
length. Oh, the mouse is like lined up.
Target.
So
Okay.
yes. Going
Yes.
And we have an advanced.
Okay, so
All you do, in fact, I believe this, whatever this setup was. All right.
what storage account was put earlier in the lab? DRRMRG or DVRNet MRMRG?
What? DRMRG, right?
My original issue was that.
DRRM, that's the network, right? Yeah, this is the actual group.
Correct.
Okay, and then it.
Manager storage account.
Because of the group. So.
Now the real question is, do you know what you're doing, or are you just walking through
I'm
the steps?
pulling the steps out. I understood it about about 8 steps ago, and I'm like, well, that was probably long.
All right. Just making sure.
Yeah, like half the time, the shit doesn't match anyway. I figure out this, so you know, we're good.
That's not what you have out there.
Figure now. Host failover. Yeah, see, that's right. DVRNet. Bam. Scroll.
SSD system and the deep.
So
Fantastic.
let's look for 2 machines. Yep. Both of those.
All right.
Change plans.
Okay, so this is a new problem that we're running into the first time ever. we might have deprecated ASR in a few regions. So if you created your resource group in West, East, South Central, West Europe, Southeast Asia, oh, I'm sorry. If you did not create it in, who used East? East 2. East 2? Okay. You need to use East, South Central, West Europe, Southeast Asia, West 2, and West Central US.
West 2.
Or the Azure Pass. This is new, by the way. So apparently we're restricting Azure passes to specific regions.
So West US is not okay?
You must start over.
West US 2 is okay, West US is not.
Great.
All right.
Start all the way over.
So we gotta start over now?
No, this is new. We never restricted Azure passes to specific regions. So just say yeah, but I've done it on West. Yeah, it shouldn't matter, and I want to say I'm 99% sure we cannot move resource groups.
Yep. A new resource group needs to be created.
Yeah, but I kind of like getting the paycheck. But I still want to get a paycheck every 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'm 99% sure.
How far is Disney World? Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Close
Like
enough.
the bus?
Close enough. That's I mean that's how tech works.
That's how techs work. I'm gonna keep on going and just see what happens.
All right.
Because why not? I'm already here.
Brave soul.
Maybe it just works.
Yeah, so you're also going to have to recreate the network group as
I
well.
know.
Okay.
Everything.
Everything, yes.
You said US West 2 was okay?
West 2. West US 2.
So then the download number 4.
Yes, it can be moved, but it's a call support.
Let's all call support right now. Go. Whoever calls in first.
All right. That's how we roll.
I'm gonna go as far as I can. Like, great. I've learned enough.
Just leave. All right.
My first name. Your fire's out. I managed to be in the middle of
Reset up the Azure environment and reinstall
all these critical paths. A lot of it just
That's right. It's a whole new VM.
Give me a volunteer.
So, I mean, you have to delete everything.
Not like you want that.
You know.
Maybe he'll just fix it every time I get there.
birth date and social
No.
and hope they can file for it.
Apparently, we don't have enough.
And then.
So we see the person in HR that.
And then.
The only other somewhat technical person is Eric. Other than that, I just worry about this. He's the one keeping this every day. It's not just reinstalling it away.
All right. This would have been like a 24, 48-hour call to support, like trying to figure out that, like,
All the randomness doesn't work.
It's not doing anything. It's not downloading.
Okay, and it hasn't failed in your second. Yeah. And then, it's gonna ask you to confirm the data resource group.
Notification link. Have notification link. Does that work?
Yeah, so basically what we're gonna do is recreate the recovery. Yeah. You're not gonna re-download it, put it in and make it restore the data. And then bring it to the data server.
so which step failed?
I don't know, because I'm actually past the point they're saying it's going to fail, but I'm on US West. Replication passed.
So you got success on that.
I'll go back to notifications. Oh, yeah, the top two have not passed yet. They're still in process.
The enabling protection.
Enabling protection, yeah.
Which are the two that failed? Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So
what's the indicator that we have a problem? Yeah, the VNet, no, I did, the VNet, well, you should only type the VM is gonna want to fail over.
Can't you just like enable Azure Pass on this one? Isn't that faster?
I was gonna say, I did create a new resource group to ask you to fail over with destination resource group.
Why does that have an expense account we can use?
All right, don't do that. Go to enable replication. Go to, did you already delete your replication? Okay, so to re-app the replication.
It's like, never mind, I'll delete it. Oh, never mind. Okay, make it again.
So what is the indicator? Is it the enabling protection? Yeah, it's apparently.
Jeff was trying to do yesterday and we didn't hear about it. I'm gonna start over. Prior to. So
apparently the Azure Pass. So everybody that. I don't think this is. Tomorrow, I was using that as far as I know. So they're trying to create another, they're trying to recover. Or that.
Well, your Jeff did it yesterday in Phoenix.
Well, and Jeff did it probably with the lab access configured for Shop Central.
No, it says pick a region near you. Is what it says. Okay. But he's in Phoenix.
Is that US West too? Because I think US West is one of the ones that's failing. US West 2 is passing.
Is what?
US West is failing. US West 2 is passing.
But you did that when you created the resource groups 2 hours ago.
Correct.
that's right.
You can move your resources to a new resource.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's an option too, right? Is you can just create resource groups in a different place and then move your stuff.
Gotta wait for this to happen anyway, right? So there's got to be a way to move resource groups, though. Like, can't you make a new resource group and then move resources from one group to another group? But having to recreate the whole damn thing.
I mean, probably, but that's
not ideal.
I mean, you'd still have to re-download and regenerate the key for the thing. I'm pretty sure, because I think that's tagged into that code.
Unless you pretend I got past that point.
But you didn't. That's not what happened.
No, that's just I can fix that.
No, Adrian.
Can you like F12 out of the resource and add a check mark instead?
You're screwed.
So if we don't do this, then what happens?
By this, do you mean this?
Just the lab. If we don't do the lab, we need this lab tomorrow. That's the question.
Then you fail the class.
Let me see. Let's go. Resource region.
Yeah, the subscription has permission to create virtual machines. Why don't we just call Azure support?
Yeah, it'll be a good time to test out.
That's the true test. You're gonna do it anyway. What you do?
It's because they don't want you to find out the real truth.
I don't even know where the group starts to delete this crap. Is it on the management server? Portal config server.
What?
VM. So I have to go all the way back to here, don't I?
Yes, you need to nuke all of those.
Go away. Just delete the dashboard.
Yep. I'm sure you want to delete this dashboard. No, that's not going to solve anything.
Problem solved. They're all gone. I can't see them. Out of sight, out of mind, out of Azure.
Nope, that's not how that works. Select the Azure region closest to you. Don't you lie to me.
We did that. It just works. Try it again.
Seamless.
From scratch. Just try it again.
It just works. You accidentally chose US West a second time?
All right, so great. You kind of gotta move this though, but I know. Fuck it, alive. Yes. Delete the vault. Great. It's all perfect. Yeah. Real life scenario. Shit just don't work.
Yeah. Silver like fire. Like flash.
Okay, that's gone.
Not all the screen.
This. So that's gone. Great.
Yeah. So
Goodbye.
transition to HTML and I turned on.
Where's choosing just one
users to HTML
score?
Op. S.
Security. So that's where
This is great practice. Great. This one. That's right. Delete all of it. Beautiful. There are not resources. What? Okay, that's like shut down stuff now first. Where are you already? What is that? So how do I shut this down? Walk away, you're a winner. I just want to start over. So I'm trying to go here. I have the DR vault left over. How do I delete the DR vault?
You can't. That's trapped.
We have to go back to that point. Start the V network.
So go to Reddit, you're saying?
Yes. And I can't believe I'm recording 4 hours of us redoing this. Doing God's work.
But I should I gotta just get rid of this right here. I have to shut these down.
It could take a while. It's probably going to take about an hour or two, only because of we have limited bandwidth in the environment. So if you got this far, we'll move on to the presentation. Hopefully we'll have time at the end of the day to go on. But you're basically done at this point.
Should somebody check the gen loss?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
We will probably need a lab.
For those of you who had problems with any of this stuff, in the real world, when
Oh,
you
here we
are
go.
doing this for a customer, you run into problems,
Call support.
call us, we will open up a support ticket and we'll get you help walking through this.
And we would just storm out at
I
that
had
point.
somebody who said, I've been running this business for 30 years, I've never had a disaster. Then Sandy came. And if you learn it today and you go back 6 months from now, all these things will go different. You know, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I have had things pop up and say, please refresh your browser, we have a new portal in the middle.
As long as we evaluate
Machine's off.
So, and it's hard to play with this stuff. You don't have an actual. There's too many variables. First time I did this, I couldn't get anything to work.
I'll show you
There. Okay. Deleted, deleted, deleted.
But everything is stored back home. Where is
Yeah, did you download the agent initially? Okay, so this is fun. Learning on the fly. Situational agility at its best. So the issue, if you didn't run into the issue, what we're running into is the Azure pass we gave you guys apparently now is restricted to specific regions. It's like 5 or 6 of them. So what it's preventing us from doing is replicate virtual machines because the Azure PaaS does not have rights to create a virtual machine in that specific region. So it's not a problem with the lab specifically, and it's not a problem with Azure. It's more of a restriction within the PaaS we gave you guys. Basically, if you got to the point where you're replicating virtual machines, you're practically done with the lab because replication will take about an hour to an hour and a half. And it's basically watching water boil at that point. The last step in the lab is doing a test failover, which is really just shutting down the on-premise virtual machine and bringing the cloud virtual machine up. But nothing, you guys probably have seen a virtual machine come up in Azure before. Can we walk through that? Yeah, well, only a few people have gone to replication, and we're just going to have to wait for that to finish. Once that's finished, I'll have one of them come up and we'll finish the lab together. If you if you did get one of the lucky few who got the warning, all you need to do is, well, I'm oversimplifying, delete your DR vault and recreate it, and then recreate your site infrastructure. Basically, almost starting the lab from scratch. Now, if you did download the agent, you won't have to re-download it. You can just rerun the installer. You'll have to uninstall and reinstall. If you ran it without saving it, you're going to have to re-download the agent.
Did anybody use a region other than West US? Okay. Yeah, I did as well. So it's like 4. It might be worth, if somebody's getting past that point when somebody completes replication, should it be just that? It might be worth just kind of clicking through the lab on the on the projector.
Yeah. So what we're going to do,
I'm synchronizing. It's taking a while.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're still technically in the lunch hour. I think we're scheduled to pick back up at 1. So feel free to do whatever you guys want to do till 1. What we're going to do instead of continuing with the labs to kind of blew up in our faces, we're going to start Azure Government, and then we'll pick up the labs towards the end of the day. If you guys want. Otherwise, you guys can.
Well, and we could potentially do it as a demo if somebody.
Or we'll do that. Hopefully, someone will finish replication, and then we'll show you what the last bit of the lab looks like.
Look at my MCP on this.
Well, I've got one.
No, but
it appears that you can move your storage area.
You can move storage accounts,
and you can move your virtual network.
that's one.
Virtual network. So those two can do.
Right. That's the challenge.
Yeah, you can move the resource. I'm pretty sure some of the ones that are important. Good time.
That was shade off.
Huh?
No,
Exactly. That's what we all know.
This is GRS, right? I picked GRS. So it shows you multiple locations.
Is that the replication there?
Yeah, that's it.
Right, short of rebuild storage.
It comes up in the UI.
Defaults to substance.
It's right here. So I'm trying to create a VM using the Azure Trainijng in West US. And it's you're looking.
No, it's, like I said, because
You have to uninstall the old software as well. What's that? You have to actually uninstall the old software. Won't let you install over top, like they said. It's great.
Well, yeah, this is the first time we're running into this, so we're going to have to update documentation and say, hey, this is what we're shooting. It's supported, and we just brought in the hybrid use benefit for the licensing. Right, yeah, your hybrid use benefit is
You're the important. Yeah.
What's the pipe size?
That's what you're from there.
Right. My understanding is Citrix is going to be bringing a CSP offering. Is it? Like, I know the EA offering is there, and I know Essential is there. Yeah, that, actually, the last time I did one of these was the day they announced the Horizon like. Well, from a licensing perspective, I don't know if it's going to be an available option. Well, we don't have, you would have to upload your own PhD. Right. Oh, no, I'm talking about like in general, from a licensing perspective. Yeah, like, so if you wanted to go around that, now I would want to do the licensing, like your license entitlements or Windows 10, but there's nothing stopping you from building the Windows 10 on-prem, convert the, say the VHD and upload it to Azure, and then you own your license. I don't see the concept, but I wouldn't want to bring the license to Windows. Yeah. Right. I would, are you going to Inspire? Probably announce something, because that's what we did last year. We announced the Windows CSP.
I want to walk through some breaks.
But that's why. One of the things we said. Right.
Awesome.
I was like,
yeah, that was a mistake.
Great. Another thing too is it a good business? Is it a good business? Probably not use it for a desktop. And the cheapest version on desktop. Yeah, that's why they do.
Yeah, I don't want to chip.
Well, no.
Finding that.
So mostly just for like.
Yeah, I mean, center. The login was wrong. I fixed the login, and he told me to delete the configuration. I deleted it, re-downloaded it. I just tried to run it.
No. Actually.
Oh, right. Created 20 minutes for it to download. Yeah.
done. And I ran it.
Oh,
Said he
yeah,
ran.
yeah.
That was kind of cool to see it. But I don't think I needed to do that again. Because I've already done that, I already installed it.
So your issue was with the
Correct. No, so
Your issue was with.
I wanted to delete the center. Asked him to help me do that, but instead he deleted the configuration.
And you can have a technical apps.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at that. And
No, that's my guess.
That, but is this your active?
Yeah.
I have in West. Start completely over.
Yes, but I'll show you. So we would want to do.
Yeah. No, it was a 999.
So how do I, because I don't mind, I'll start over again. How do I start over?
Yeah. So in order to.
Yeah, but when I ran and installed it again, it popped up said that it was upgrade.
Yeah, we have to uninstall first, and it's basically one.
Yeah.
But it got you. But what you need to do is we're going to both rebuild the VNet from the recovery vault for both these resources. So and then you have to type in the name of the resource group. That's kind of our last way of saying 11 people want to do it.
I mean, if you do that, then you have to,
You know, it has to be adjusted on that security as well.
So we create the vault and we create the VNet, and make sure we can split creating West US 2.
But how do I delete the whatever install on all?
So what we can do here is get ahead of it. So re-download the game. So let's go to the Azure portal with the download that.
Exactly. Lined out, so you
So, basically have to start at So we're going to create a new resource group. In West US 2, it's going to be that was the wall. And then you can create a new recovery wall in West US 2. And then create steps for add site infrastructure. Add the config service. Download the agent. Then you're going to go around the key. So create a recovery wall. Once this is done.
I want to start with very.
Yeah, so minus
I've done the tour all the way to South Dakota for experiences. And when I was
Yeah, West US. Resources? Are you trying to delete? What are you trying to do? Ah, okay. So you can delete them individually, which takes a while, or you can delete everything at once. So delete everything at once. Resource group button right there.
Like I said, a lot of the stuff I actually do myself.
And then you put the little dot in, little dot in the right. And then it's going to ask you how to bring the name of the resource group. Basically, whatever it's called. Kind of a casual way of saying with everything. So that way you don't accidentally. So the name's right there. So what I do is I just copy and paste it. Like and then you'll get this. Takes about, depending how many resources you have, it can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, but you don't have anything. There you go. Thank you.
West US 2 is okay, right?
West US 2 is okay.
Yeah, I would reinstall just to make sure. Yeah, you can make sure you download the bulk credential, because in that is like no details.
I'll just watch the fellow from yours when it's all complete.
Assuming I get there.
Which file are you looking at? Credentials. Go back to the Azure.
No, you need to
Policy, so you can leave that. It doesn't matter.
You don't need to call that. Unify. Well, you don't even need to. You don't need to call it.
Slow down.
You have to then uninstall it.
Click
That's
on all of that. Maximize that.
Yeah, after.
Okay. Remember how we did a step. So just down. Go blue button.
It's a good scenario to run through. It's not one that you'll have with regular like EA or whatever. Azure which is only used for training.
That's the other one. No, because the other one will fit your whole browser. I don't know why. But anyway, it's down. Just scroll down. Save.
What's going on at home base?
Trying to address DSL's massive issues. Zach's doing a good job though, stepping through it. He asked me to review.
Oh, like grant and stuff. Yeah. But we will probably change it again.
Zero until you're.
Anyway, this isn't really a hybrid conversation. My answer. Yeah. Whether it's putting
the default site.
Totally the most basic way of DR. I would never this is the window to the most easily accessible.
The same thing as if you did.
You can have arguments for what about active data centers?
You're sharing.
Yeah. I would argue that, why would you need an active activity? Not every application supports active activity version. SQL does, sure. Exchange does, SharePoint. Support active app. Guaranteed, 80% of their applications support active app configuration. So basically spend a lot of money for real estate, licensing, hardware, power, and all that fun stuff, or something.
I already found it, I picked it.
That's why I have the cloud, whether it's Azure or it's AWS, whatever. I'll be vendor agnostic. You gotta have
Sorry.
secondary to find
Which is.
unless you're just super.
Or have more money than you.
Yeah, or you have, spending.
Let me just figure this out.
But you still run people.
Yeah. I would like that, because that would be swung up, like, yeah, regardless.
Yeah, it's good that.
I think after you should just reply back.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. All right.
That's fine. Do this outer scroll bar. The outer scroll bar, drag the window.
Yeah.
Grabbing the whole. Just click.
But going back to what I was saying, it can't just pull the yard out back. Yeah. But ransomware, they don't wish you had that back.
Now maximize this.
Yeah, exactly. We're replicating everything, good or bad.
Keep expanding it. And you can see.
I reduced. I reduced. Oh, yeah.
I think it's that. Screen.
Man, no one is happy.
Do we actually?
Oh.
So tonight, writing up document for onboarding, ideal situations, and a checklist.
Well, I know what happened here, and you're talking about the fall, by the way.
What?
You're talking about the fall off the front of the. There you go. That's me.
Yes,
Perfect.
go on.
So, part of what happened here is he did communicate that, and we told him that we have to do it at the office. And then when that came up to do, he said he couldn't do it at his laptop. And so we said, okay, if we do it on site, then just then ask directly. And he said, I was there for this conversation.
But is that conversation written down?
No, because it was all verbal.
Okay.
I was there when Mike and I and Steve met. We talked about that. And then when the laptop got there, now that's probably on the phone. That might be recorded somewhere about saying, bring your laptop in for the transfer. I can't do that. I'll do it on site. That'll be on the phone call somewhere.
Okay, so that sort of stuff needs to be anything that's like recorded or anything that's discussed verbally that's not properly recorded. I mean, it's pretty much
what we should. What
where
Zach
they're
has been
web.
saying is that we should then email them and say, "Is this what you understand too?" For all verbal conversations.
Yeah, and that would, if we have people getting an email of the tickets, then that saves that step too. Because then we can just enter it in the ticket. Then it's visible to everyone. Because if we just email the customer and let's say they don't respond, we have no, it's a lot harder to track down if that was sent or said. Whereas if it's recorded into the ticket, it automatically sends out a notification with that information to the customer, then we can view it in the ticket. The customer has a copy of it, and we can reference back to it.
There's been a lot of tickets today. I'm just looking through the list every 7 minutes. Then two fucking coming in.
Jesus.
I'm not back to the idea yet still. Okay, so not including auto-generated tickets. They start at 8:03. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Who do we
10,
appreciate?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35 tickets since 8 o'clock this morning.
How many have we completed?
I'm guessing none.
Well, here, let's find out.
I just thought I saw something about
Well, the kind of that recreates us. Yeah, the good thing about Azure is if you click OK.
Oh, one of those was being closed. It was Axel.
As soon as it kicks off the job, it's gonna run it.
Oh.
So the way to check to see.
Good night, sweet prince.
Yeah. So the way to check it is go back or scroll left.
Okay, it's like 3 of those are interpreting tech. Like
Okay,
work
so
stuff.
I mean,
And scroll down there.
created 17, completed 19.
Click on the manage site recovery infrastructure.
But the ones with like completed by stuff from my trade is being closed. I'm like, well, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, remote when we left, or on Monday night, remote was at 50 something. It's at 91 now.
Yeah.
Out of it.
So like, if I don't do this, I'm not getting any credit.
Yeah.
I do like cancel. It's like, nope.
What does it say?
Yeah, so
Are you sure you want to cancel? Because we're going to kick you out and
Your working video will be lost. Not receive credit for the bonus lab.
You're good.
you will be publicly denounced from your fellow work colleagues.
It's fine.
Yeah, well,
I'll just
yeah,
get rid of
this
you.
is where you're at. So if you want to get back to here, let's go back here and scroll right. Yeah.
Reinstalling that recovery manager is a pain.
So we're going to want to go to sit down a little bit. Right down there. And then just add and pop into the left back. Yeah, the menus will look a little different because the UI's changed. But
I finished, so basically, step 3 was to finish management, and I ordered the UI, so I couldn't see that was this is my step 3.
Yeah.
But it was done the back.
Had you finished it, would it keep you to the next one? Cool.
Yeah, the draft here caused hell with the Azure.
I deleted my balls and re-downloaded the all. I don't know.
Okay, everything deleted now. It's time to start over. Son of a.
So you install that
Top here. And time estimate 60 minutes. Well, that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, so if you go back and, go to the big hall and, sorry, the vault, go to the big server, then delete it out of the vault, then you can where is it? Under, go into, so, scroll up.
March 27th.
Okay, is this the new one? Okay, so scroll down. Wait. Down. Who's on the side? I think you have to go back to your old vault, or maybe, we'll try to do this. Well, your error might be. Mine had a change. Yeah. But it could be a different reason why.
It's too top. It's like, hey, where's that type right
You're
here?
not registered, but it still said that, or retry to install, uninstall it completely, and delete it, and then redo the installation. How do I do that? You and your old URL. So you might be at the same position as that. You can't really from that. So re-download mine. So if we read, so I read the error on it. It says the server according to the local file is already registered. So that's why it failed. So you want to uninstall it from the host directory, and then uninstall it. Yeah, uninstall it.
What am I missing?
You just have to move the program files, right? Yeah, did you include it in the okay, yeah, then just go and delete the folder out of the some leftover stuff. It is. That's so try that. So try to yeah, just try to do the errors. The actual log. Great. That's other challenge that we have. Oh, no wonder. Okay. So you guys ready to pick up Azure Government?
Go. Yeah, let's do it.
Not gonna finish this one, but sure.
So in order to alleviate everybody's frustration, we're going to take a break from the ASR lab. We're going to take a step into Azure governance. So if you guys can I have a quick show of hands? How many people are actually working in PubSec or government right now?
I mean, we are.
We got 4 guys, 5 guys. So and then how many are interested in getting into the field? This helps me to kind of prepare some of the content really. Okay, so the guys are the only ones that are really interested. Okay. Well, for everybody else, this will just be a primer on security frameworks, compliance standards, and the way Azure governance, ensuring security, and then as well how some of this feeds out of Azure government into the Azure mainline or grade cloud. So the journey to the cloud has been very interesting for the cloud. So as we know, there's been a lot of attention, and there was a lot of
I'll watch this.
concern about actually running government services in the public cloud. We do know that Microsoft has been involved with government works for a large amount of time, mostly in secure facilities. And it's a very specific group that actually works with this that has specialized or generalized security clearances, and really depends on what the project is, what the agency is, and what the scope of the engagement is, and is additionally further defined by the and a lot of these standards are coming from the National Institute of Science and Technology, which is a government agency that really does wrap their arms around technology as a whole, add definitions, frameworks, as well as drives other bodies to then use that information
to create compliance standards, workflows, policies, other things. One of the main things that we look at actually driving this change is that security is the biggest driver of change in a public cloud. So if you look at what Microsoft has really organized itself around are three main goals in public or private, as well as government, and that is for a global reach of our products, and that reach to be consistent across all those products when it comes to security and other tools around visibility. We want that reach to be trusted, meaning that you can either trust the technology set because it is openly and highly available and highly reviewed from a co-compliance security perspective, but also trusted from a number of other perspectives when it comes to interaction of that technology between other clouds. As you'll note, a lot of Microsoft technology can reach into Azure, OpenStack, Azure Stack, and VMware. And then additionally, looking at the hybrid market, which is a little bit different in looking at interaction with physical on-prem investments complemented by public cloud resources. And one thing that we would note is that hybrid is also an additional definition from NIST as a software-defined data center. But with the main caveat being everything as code or everything interacting as code, which is a distinct difference from the hybrid strategy, which is legacy ASICs and static APIs that are non-open or non-conforming. So the next thing that we take a look at is, how is this all connected together, and from a story perspective? And then how is this managed? How do we provide visibility? How does Microsoft reach into all these environments to ensure that we can automate, we have proper visibility, alerting, create work streams, workflows, and create artifacts for auditing purposes? And Microsoft's Operation Management Suite is really where those things excel. It is the backbone of finding a lot of the visibility in these environments. And so with this suite, we can actually look through and use log analytics. Automation to be consistent from